Using volatile fragrances in form of essential oils is a beautiful way to open our heart to others, to nature, to the spirit in ourselves, to the universe. Inhalation or smelling of essential oils is an act of healing. Natural fragrances have a direct impact on our tonus, especially the tonus of our heart. The heart rejoices when we smell Mother Earth in form of natural fragrances. We can literally breathe through our heart. Let go the battle, remarks the famous Buddhist teacher Jack Kornfield. Breathe quietly and let it be. Let your body relax and your heart open. Open to whatever you experience without fighting. In principle, all essential oils can be understood as tonifying for the heart. Their impact on our well-being, on our relaxation, inner comfort, etc. naturally leads to spontaneous opening of the heart. Not only that the heart muscle finds an uncramping energy in the olfactive experience of an essential oil, but the spirit in us connects with the subtler energies in us when we smell something pure from nature, carrying numerous messages of different centers to our brain and from the brain to the heart. Imagine you take a deep breath of a clary sage in full blossom. What do you think happens? The rich fragrant aroma of the oil reaches the receptor cells and the olfactive bulb of the nose, creating electric impulses, which then join different brain centers, causing numerous impacts on the level of the limbic system, which is strongly connected to our emotions, to our feelings, to our memories, meaning connected to our inner world and the world around us. The heart receives these impulses through the pathways of subtle cell-to-cell communication and reacts in its own way as an interpreter of these messages and as a transfer organ within the hidden network of our inner quantum field resonances. Did you know that the heart is the first major organ which develops in the fetus in the mother's womb after conception? And certainly the heart is not by coincidence situated in the center of our body. Its central position means not only essential for our health, our life, our long life, it means also central between the field energies of us humans, which connect us with the above and below, with the heaven and earth in us, with the physical and the spiritual side of our existence. It means literally, the heart is centered in the middle of the tree of life, our spinal energy channels or kundalini. In Vedic science, the heart chakra is called Anahata, which means unhurt, unstruck, invincible, unbeaten, and it is symbolized in a six-pointed star where the reverse triangles in the middle indicate the position between the above and below, heaven and earth energies of the human spiritual body. And its symbolic color is green, like the rainbow, indicating its position in the middle between the red and the blue. The heart, in its intermediate position as our chief controller, has also to do with our breath. Actually, the heart, according to ancient wisdom, has always been connected to the element of air and the sense of touch. And air, of course, is linked to our breath. Neurophysicists have recently been astonished to discover that the heart is more an organ of intelligence than merely the body's main pumping station. This is a quote. In fact, continued quote, these new discoveries include intriguing evidence that more than half of the heart is actually composed of neurons of the same nature as those that make up the cerebral system. Not only that, but the heart also emits a 5,000 times stronger electromagnetic field than the brain. This is from the Institute of Heart Math. Quote, again, the heart and brain maintain a continuous two-way dialogue, each influencing the other's functioning. The signals the heart sends to the brain can influence perception, emotional processing, and higher cognitive functions. Neurocardiology researchers view this system and circuitry as the heart-brain. An EEG that measures brain waves shows that the electromagnetic signals from the heart are so much stronger than the brain waves, that a reading of the heart's frequency, the frequency spectrum, can be taken from 3 feet away from the body, without the need to place electrodes on it. This is Follow Your Heart, It is Smarter Than You Think, by Rebecca Cherry. Disease in many ways often begins with an imbalance in the body's energy system, specifically on the level of interaction between heart and mind, feeling and thinking. One can also say imbalance of attraction and aversion, yes and no, love and hate, integration and frustration. In short, misinterpretation of the human condition through lack of true knowledge. The heart has intuitive intelligence, completing the more discriminative intelligence of our brain. It is through the dialogue of our heart-brain that we communicate with the world and its mysteries. Did you know that individuals are capable of generating high ratios of heart coherence via love, appreciation, forgiveness? They are able to alter their DNA conformation, the shape or structure, according to their intention. Generally, participants with the highest levels of coherence affected the DNA samples the most, as shown by cell biologist Glenn Ryan and IHM research director Roland McCraty. This is from Modulation of DNA Conformation by Heart-Focused Intention, published in 2003, Glenn Ryan, Roland McCraty. Yes, there is an energy field inside and around us, which is woven by the thoughts of our brain and the feelings of our heart, captured and resonating by all those and everything around us, as far as our lives stretch. And it is our intentions which are the main dynamics inside this web of resonances. And this web stretches far beyond than what we think. Did you know that the so-called butterfly effect, described in modern science, suggests that minimal actions can be transmitted to no matter where at any distance? The butterfly effect is more powerful than we ever imagined. It is similar to Sheldrake's morphogenetic field theory. Chaos theory suggests that a butterfly flapping its wings over in China can trigger a hurricane over in the United States. And when the heart flaps its wings, its influence on the field of connections with our environment are tremendous. A healthy heartbeat of a society can create a powerful butterfly effect on the whole planet. And did you know that people who experience a high level of coherence exhibit a general sense of well-being and improvements in cognitive, social, and physical performance? Again, from the Heart Math Institute. So then, let's not allow short circuits on the level of our emotions, of our thoughts, of our feelings. Let's learn to let go. Yes first and say no after, if necessary, but keep the inner yes at the same time. Let's not resent, cultivate moods, regret, despise. Rather, reward a lot, laugh a lot, love a lot, admire a lot, thank a lot, and sniff maybe some essential oil if we need a potent help for our lab training here on earth. And fill the spiritual container of the heart with its natural nutrients for health and happiness. And also at the same time, understand that not all can be honey. Not all our roads on earth are accompanied by flowering rose fields left and right. Let's not resent that. Which also means, let's get the understanding that the road to our outer and inner freedom is meant to be paved with obstacles. Of course, the body with its thousands of yearnings, shortcomings, troubles, pains, etc., is a major problem in all this on our road. But it seems we wanted this. We wanted a body as a laboratory for learning to handle ourselves. And this sometimes in the most difficult environment possible, the world of frozen matter. We wanted these challenges in order to speed up our evolution. After all, it's too easy in the astral world, right? Before we get from the limitations of our body, we have to learn with it. And that means we have to distill ourselves. Means we have to go through our inner churning process of contraction and expansion. Means in the end, we need to discover our vertical alignment with the universe via the serpent power also, the kundalini within us, within our own physio-spirituality, and get the most powerful helpers for this trip, maybe also essential oils. And what is distillation? You remember? The medicinal plant in the process of creation of essential oils knows it very well. Distillation means heating and cooling, expansion and contraction, sometimes alternating rapidly several times. The polarity of life in a few hours. And self-distillation is nothing else, expanding and contracting. The polarity of life, joy and sorrow, anger and forgiveness, gratitude and resentment, millions of times. We are all churned in the same vortex, the same soup, until the job is done. And not to forget in this context, human beings live to awaken the inner cerebral spinal energies in order to be able to withstand harmoniously the multiple challenges of the physical world. When this energy flow, or transmission of cosmic prana into our psychophysiology, mainly via the spinal axis, our inner tree of life, is getting low or even interrupted, manifold diseases or even degenerative diseases such as cancer can appear. And this polar axis of our inner energy system is the battlefield of our daily challenges, giving rise to the whole game, what the Vedic science called Lila. The Lila, the game of our turmoils and quietudes.
One unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion, in waves of creation flowing, an ocean of knowingness, ocean of consciousness.
And through this game, generating all these incredible connections, which we are meant to discover and to harmonize. And one of the major centers of this lies in the Anahata chakra, the heart. And the essential oils in all this? Plants drink sun, moon and starlight 24 hours a day, we know this. This means plenty of formative, meaning ordering capacity. This means also plenty of the luminiferous ether, as Nikola Tesla called it. Cosmic light has an influence on the negentropic or ordering capacity of plants and their essential oils. Ingesting or using healthy plants or healthy plant extracts helps to resist the chaotic influences of the human environment. We know today there's a magical connection between scent and well-being. We can also say between smelling and feeling. We feel spontaneously well with a pleasant scent. Smelling means Mother Earth in action within ourselves, and at the same time, Spirit in action, rendering wings to the soul. And why? There is this miraculous relationship between the neurochemical influences of aromatic compounds created in our brain and their effects on our heart. And more so, many plant oils, by way of their olfactive power, trigger hormonal, harmonious responses to the brain. They contain numerous natural phytohormones which can help to balance dysfunctions of our glandular system and through this affect in a secondary way the healthy functioning of our heart. Of course, most of the fragrances we smell are experienced on a subconscious level, which does not mean that they are not influencing our behavior in society or even triggering physical responses like change of heart rhythms, breathing rhythms, etc. Even if likes and dislikes of fragrances are often very personal and cultural, there are certain functions of our olfactive perception which belong to all human beings alike. There's hardly any culture on earth which would dislike the scent of rose. Certain plants, more than others, bring us into communion with the power of prana, influencing our inner plant, our nervous system, which in turn brings us into communion with the subtle levels of our heart and our inner sun, or Atma. And prana stands for intelligent life force, beyond the mere atomic and subatomic forces, and connecting us with the cosmic breath. It takes form within our physiology, as Ayurveda says, in the form of ojas or soma, and it is via this level of cosmic breath that by means of subtle energy techniques like aromatherapy, deep breathing, deep meditation, we can discover our heart-mind connections also, and understand that we as humans are part of the Akashic resonance of the universe. Yes, it is true, I want to say. Essential oils increase the flow of prana and ojas, the mysterious substance existing in each human being on a subtle level between consciousness, our nervous system, and matter, our physical body. They work from outside to inside, massage, olfaction, but also from inside to outside, for example, oral intake. They can enhance well-being, strength, healing, even understanding, acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, by simply reprogramming in no time our thoughts and emotions, mainly through our limbic system and our heart. There's definitely a number of essential oils which have a very special connection with the heart. As already said, rose, yes, one of the most powerful fragrances to nourish and open the heart, but also ylang ylang, for example, bergamot, mandarin, neroli, also lavender or helichrysum, kevra, magnolia, and many of the so-called absolutes like jasmine, mimosa, vanilla, champaka, frangipani, lotus, tuberose, tonka bean, and many others. All these belong to this category of the heart resonators. And not to forget, even some of the spicy oils like cinnamon, cardamom, etc. can have the same effect. The sense of smell is the only one of the five senses directly linked to the limbic lobe of the brain, the emotional control center. Anxiety, depression, fear, anger, and joy all emanate from this region. This is why the scent of a special fragrance can evoke memories and emotions before we are even consciously aware of them. But also heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing, and other functions of our system, such as hormone balance, etc., as we saw, are highly interconnected with the limbic system. But why not presume that the limbic system is only half of the deal? In essence, there's always an informational flow within the body, and particularly on the more subtle quantum level of our system. In other words, even if the amygdala, for example, signals stress or strain, or fight and flight, the heart can say no. We are still too much used in our psychophysiological observations to stick to linear interpretations of so-called realities. As much as essential oils can be highly antagonistic, adaptogenic, personal, situational, etc., our body-mind, to use the term of Candace Pert, made of frequencies, in fact, also has a full spectrum of possibilities to shift perceptions, reactions, and moods into bigger fields of interpretation, to enlarge the horizon, so to say. We are always capable of interfering, means also correcting misleading informations derived from diverse organs on a chemical level, from the brain for example, by exposing them to the more subtle strata of our body of light, our body of frequencies. Here the heart has a major role to play as a kind of filter of adjustment or vibrational integrator. And the essential oils can play an important role in this. The internal fluidity of the heart is very much akin to the highly adaptogenic, non-linear behavior and fluidity of essential oils. Did you know one single drop of essential oils contains 40 quintillion molecules? Written out, that is a 4 with 19 zeros after. You have 100 trillion cells in your body. Hence, one drop of oil is enough to cover every cell in your body with 40,000 molecules. Now you can see why a little essential oil can get the job done and address every cell in your body. This is from Chemistry of Essential Oils Made Simple by David Stewart. Aromatherapy is natural medicine at its best, linking Mother Nature's rivers of light and energy healing capacity via the human skin, by massage, to the powerful influence of fragrance through the pathways of our emotional brain, represented by the limbic system and the heart, mainly via olfaction and inhalation. This means energy enhancement and psycho-spiritual well-being, the perfect mix for a medicine of a new era of mankind. And with different essential oils having a corresponding direct influence on different energy centers or chakras, we are easily connected to the luminous energy fields of our subtle bodies. We know it today. We are in truth all just radiant balls of energy. Energy that pulses everywhere throughout the universe. And all this energy has a certain frequency of vibration. And this frequency is what determines the evolutionary steps we create in our life. And we have definitely the choice. The good thing is to know that frequencies can be enhanced in many ways, and also to quite some degree through essential oils. It is not by coincidence that Mother Nature, since a few decades, has sent us these radiant power mongers, which are essential oils, to help us on our way to more inner and outer freedom, and also to generate a better understanding of what real science of healing should be. Fragrant quantum medicine is on the way.